Alright, so it's about 8:05 a.m. right now. I gotta head to work. Work starts at 9 a.m. 45-minute drive. Hopefully I'll make it. Time to head to work. But a lot of things I want to tell you guys today. I received a lot of questions, so I plan on answering that all in this video today.
Don't drop the phone.
If I do, oh no! Alright, so I decided while I'm driving to work, I just wanted to share some thoughts that I've had, that I've been thinking about every time I drive to work. How much I enjoy my job that much more than when I first got hired 6 months ago actually. I've been in my job for about 6 or 7 months. Within the last 5.5 to 6 months, I really can't believe how much I've grown in skill. I'm not saying that I'm the best developer in my office. I'm certainly not. But I'm just really amazed by how just from pure effort, because you're determined and because you enjoy your job, how much a person is able to even grow when it comes to just coding it. I remember when I was just learning on my own, teaching myself HTML, CSS, at treehouse.com. I wasn't confident at all. Right, I wasn't confident. I was going through the tracks, not sure if I really fully understand it or if I know it enough to get a job. And to even be at the point where I am now, and to be able to understand and manipulate HTML, CSS, and even JavaScript so easily now, blows me away, because I remember I was struggling so much to even learn those 3 languages. And then now I'm studying PHP. I'm learning how to even use PHP and even creating really cool things in my job right now. Just the fact that, just knowing that I'm able to do these things now, even though there are many languages I don't know, just putting in the exact same effort I put to learn everything else, I'll be able to understand it just as well as I understand everything else. So I'm not afraid of the future. I'm not afraid of what I can or cannot do. I know what I can do. And why am I sharing this is because, I know there are many people out there, many of you guys out there who probably aren't developers yet. Or maybe there are people who have been out there, they have been developers for years, and maybe, you're not getting paid well, maybe you're not in a good situation, maybe you're thinking, maybe I'm just not that good at code. Maybe even though I've been a programmer for 5 years, maybe people just don't think I'm that good. Well, that's what I think of myself every single day. I always think like, man, I wish I was better. Am I even capable of doing that? Like our PHP developers, wow, it's so amazing that they're able to create those things. But everyone starts from somewhere. That's why when you apply to a job, when you join a company, it's very important that they know your skills. It's very important that you don't raise yourself up more than what you're more than capable of doing. You don't go to a company and say, I'm a PHP extraordinaire, but you don't even know how to do PHP. Right then and there, you put yourself in a very difficult situation that you are just doomed to failure. But when you join a company and they know your skills, they know what your capabilities are, they know what your limitations are, that's even better for you, because when they know what level you're in, and when you're not at work, or when you just grow in skill, right, because they know what level you're in, and later down the line, you're already up here, they'll realize, wow, he actually improved. When I joined my company, I barely knew HTML. I barely knew CSS. And my supervisor knew more code than me, and he's not even a programmer. That's how bad I was. That's how junior I was. Barely know how to use any JavaScript, right? So now I know how to use all of that, and they're able to see and acknowledge that, wow, I've actually improved. When you go to a job, don't try to be something you're not. Be as humble as possible, right? So when it comes to companies, what should you be? You should be humble, yet competitive. That should be, you know what? That should be the title of this video. Humble, yet competitive. Right? Developers, colon, or semicolon, whatever it is. Humble, yet competitive. Right? But anyway, right, so what I shared, becoming a developer is extremely fun. Depending on the company you're working for, it could be very fun, which usually is, or it could be also very stressful. And I'm very fortunate to join a company that's growing exponentially fast. So fast, to the point that we need more programmers than we have right now. So yes, the world, yes, we are short of programmers, of good programmers. So I'm very thankful to join this company at this time. But more than that, I'm learning so much. I'm able to partake in so many different opportunities, and to really be in the front lines to speak with large clients. To gain that experience is huge. It's very big, and I'm just learning so much of an industry, right, which is processing. It's very fun. I love it, and I work for a very good company, so I'm very thankful for that. So I'll save the questions and answers for when I get to work. But yeah, those are some random thoughts I wanted to share, and I'll see you in the next clip. Alright, actually got here a little early, 30 minutes early. Crazy, because I drove pretty slow and I was vlogging at the same time. So, my weird car. And this is my beautiful office, just so if anyone wants to see. So, this is the kitchen in my office. Really beautiful. We got a Red Bull right here. Soda machine. Just so you guys know, actually, I don't really eat breakfast at home. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at work because I'm here so long. And what do I eat for breakfast? Boom. Shrimp. Everyone in the office left. I'm by myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and record my questions and answers right now. Chris, what did you use to learn code? I'm sure if you're watching this video, or if you've seen my other videos, you already know by now, but I used teamtreehouse.com. I'll put the link in the description down below and you'll get 7 days free. But I learned treehouse.com, and when I learned at Treehouse, I started with first HTML, CSS, and eventually I went to JavaScript. And the track that I went into first was a front-end developer track. When you study at treehouse.com, don't just study. Don't just go through the lessons just because you finished it. What's very important, right, which is a mistake I made at first, the moment I finished, a lesson, I forgot what I learned. What you should do before you go to every single lesson, make sure you understand it fully. That way, you'll get through it easily, you'll be able to retain things more, and you'll get a better grasp of that language. Now, question number two. Question number two, what do you wish you did better before you got hired as a junior programmer? What's very interesting, if you don't know, is that they were looking for a PHP developer at this company. I had no experience, and for some reason they hired me as a junior developer, which I'm very thankful for. And I am studying PHP now, and I'll start working it very soon. I wish I put time to understand the languages I was learning. Pretty much what I explained in the last question. Instead of just rushing through it, what I've learned through my experience here, but they don't just want people who just know a language, right? What are companies looking for? They're looking for programmers who know how to speak the language into doing what the employer wants it to do. For example, I can write an essay very easily in English, but I can't do it in Spanish. I might be able to use Google, right, to look at what a Spanish word is saying, or use Google Translate to translate the sentence from Spanish to English, but doesn't mean I can work with it. So what do I wish I did better before I got hired as a junior developer is that I put more time to understand the things I was working in and how to use them. Question number three. Can you give me one tip on how I can become a programmer? That's really what all my videos are doing. But one tip, it's work hard. Work really hard, right? I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky to have even become a programmer in the span of 3 months. It doesn't happen to many people. Should you expect to become a programmer or a developer in 3 months? Like I said, I was lucky. To be honest, I had no idea I was going to be a programmer. And I had no idea I'd get hired so soon. I wasn't ready for that. If I knew that this company at this time would hire me, even though I only knew this amount of languages, I would have probably quit my job and just studied more to get better at what I am now, right? And get paid more. I was really just in the right place. I was at, the right time. I was in a situation where I had no choice but to look for developer jobs because I might get laid off on my last job. I would have honestly never applied to this company that I'm working at now if my previous job was secure. Right? So what tip should I give you? Work hard, work and create, show a company why you're valuable and why they need you. Not why you're like everyone else, not why you know these languages like everyone else, but why they need you. So what do you need to do? Work hard. Nothing good comes without working hard. Just to continue answering that question, that tip, let me give you a couple more tips. There are two types of projects. Which one sounds better? This is what I can do, right? Or this is what I can do for you. Those are two different kind of portfolios, right? What you need to do is, as you're learning these different languages, is that you need to create something where employers will realize, like, wow, he has no experience, but look at what he's made so far. These are things we need. Focus on a niche if you need to, right? That is your job. It's not to show them that you know code, but how you'll become valuable to that company. Last but not least, stay consistent. If you study HTML on a Monday, but only continue the next part of the track on a Friday, where you'll forget everything you learned on Monday, you'll forget everything else you learned. Even if you could only study 1 or 2 hours a day, just stay consistent. Even if you study only 30 minutes a day, every single day, or at least Monday to Friday or 5 days a week, you'll become better than the person who studies 3 hours on a Monday and then 3 hours on a Friday. Why? Because you'll retain it. Everything will make sense. You're continuing it. You won't forget everything. So stay consistent. Push yourself even when, learning code can become a drag, because yes, coding can become a drag. What you must remember, in the end, it's worth it. A doctor put over 10 years to be a doctor. Nurses, 4 or 5 years, maybe 6 years if you want to be a nurse practitioner, right? Even becoming a lawyer takes years. All of these professions too take years. But if you want to become a programmer, what happens even when it becomes a drag? Even when coding is not fun, what do you need to do? You need to just push it and learn. Right? Kobe Bryant didn't become a star overnight. Michael Jordan was not the best basketball player in the world after just 1 season in the NBA. What happened is that Michael Jordan, he worked. Now, when you call someone, hey, you're like Jordan, what does it mean, you're like Jordan? It means that, wow, you're the best in what you do because you work the hardest in what you do. You work the hardest in that field, and that's why people acknowledge you. And that's my goal even at my company, is I want them to know that when I come to work, I work. When I'm doing stuff for church, I work. I give my very best. I don't want to just give 50%, especially when it comes to God. I want to give 110%. But even when it comes to work too, if you want to grow up in that company, if you want to be seen as someone as valuable, show them how hard you work. Last question before I gotta head out. What is the real life of a developer? I can't necessarily speak for everyone, but I can speak for my situation at my company. Being a web developer is extremely fun. The people I work with are great. There are times it can be stressful, especially the clients at times can be stressful. But at the same time, it can also be very relaxing and fun. Pretty much because, you love what you do. When you love what you do, even when it becomes a drag, when it becomes hard or busy or stressful or long hours, because you love what you do, it doesn't become as bad as it would have been. All I do is bring my laptop, my MacBook Pro with me everywhere, work on my computer. If I feel too cold in one corner of the office, I go to the other corner of the office and I work there. If I get a little tired or sleepy, I walk around outside for 15 minutes to wake my brain up. It's perfect. The kitchen, which I'm recording this video in right now, has everything I need: coffee, water. We have a Red Bull machine. Like literally, we have a Red Bull machine right there. Everything. This is a beautiful office. So the real life of developers, it's fun because you love what you do. You have to learn to love it. You might not know if you like it or not. That's why try out the link below. Try out at treehouse.com, teamtreehouse.com. Get 7 days free on my link below, and just see if you like it. I fell in love with it within the first 7 days, and that's why I continued my free trial. Right. So I want to let you guys know also, I have a Snapchat. Add me on Snapchat if you haven't yet. You can message me whenever you want, and I promise to respond to you in a timely manner as soon as I can. You add me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and what is my username? It's Real Chris Sean. Again, if you guys have any more questions, I hope you enjoyed this video. It might be a little longer than expected, but I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see in the next video, let me know. I'm posting this video. I'm recording it right now on a Wednesday night. I'm going to post this Thursday night, which is tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up, message me, email me. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't, or else you regret it. Just kidding. But yeah, this is Chris Sean. This is the life of a web developer. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.